just got an email letting me know that yes, the feds have found out about what I've been doing on the internet. You're listening to Bug and Moss in the morning.
Whoa! From the skittering studios underneath your favorite rock, it is 7 o'clock on the dot on the Bug and Moss morning telephone show. I am Moss.
And I am Bug.
And we are here with you today. The sky is skying, the sun is sunning, the clouds are clouding. My brain is melting.
A lot's happening, but the sky is skying. If you are not tuning into the video, we are looking at pink clouds and blue skies.
Yeah, we're looking at somebody spilled a whole bucket of cotton candy up in the air, and it is a beautiful thing to look at.
It's pretty cute.
Sure do love that cotton candy sky. Good morning to Daddy. Good morning to Joe. Good morning, Coyote Astronaut. Good morning, Az. And good morning, N Squared. N Squared says, good morning. It's a wake and bake day.
Go
Hell
off.
yeah, dog. Go for it. And good morning to Sid the Kingmaker and 60 Watts Light Bulb. We got a whole bunch of people here today. Whole crew hanging out.
Hey, creators.
And good morning to Alistair. It is a nice sky. It's a nice day.
Daddy's in a good mood.
Daddy's apparently in a good mood. Yeah, for the first time, he sent a message in chat that wasn't unkind. However, it did end with the fact he disliked that.
Yeah.
Daddy said, good morning, Sudsley. Just getting started. Yawn emoji. And then Daddy disliked that.
Well,
what can you do?
we'll take it.
Yeah, I don't pay him no mind. He's mad because I haven't given him any attention for weeks. Because he's got very glaring bugs I know about I need to fix. Anyway.
Well, he gets plenty of attention.
What do you got for the show today, Bubs?
Today, I have a bug advice and a film buffering.
Oh, hell yeah. Two of the best segments ever.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, thanks.
No problem, Bug. I got some voicemails. I got a lot of things on my mind. I got a lot of stuff on my brain. And that's about it. I was trying to find a Moss in general, but there's like all the news, it's politics. And hey,
yeah,
nothing happy there.
And hey, no, it isn't. The thing is, like, I've also been trying to find a lot of news stories, but it's just like washed out by all the politics, and I can't find a single place where they'll just tell me stupid stuff.
Also, I don't know if you have this problem, but when I try and look up odd news, I get a bunch of sad news.
Oh, yeah. It's like so-and-so killed somebody, and it's weird that he could. And you're like, okay.
I just get loaded up with pet grief content.
God, I do too.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Stop posting sad pet stuff online. I mean, I get it if like you're sad and you need an outlet.
Post it in an appropriate place, though.
Yeah, but it's just buck wild when that shit reaches like popular or like your algorithm, because nothing bums me out faster than that, man. You know what I mean?
Well, and I think what happens is that people respond to that and they want to be really supportive, so they like it. And then I've seen it happen in a lot of I'm in a lot of pet Reddits, and a lot of people have been like, hey, there's got to be a different way we talk about pet grief here, because this is a cute cat page, and I need that because I'm also grieving.
I'm here for cute cats,
and
cute dogs, and cute raccoons.
Yeah.
I saw a raccoon. I did see a raccoon video of a raccoon named Jimothy.
Jimothy?
Showing up on somebody's second floor balcony to take food, which was cute. Yeah, but that's about all that I found.
That's pretty cute, though.
Yeah. Coyote Astronaut says, oh yeah, I nope out of that so hard. Yeah, same. It's like info hazards, man. Just tripping over these trips of sad information on the internet. But I guess that is the nature of things. Sorry to hear that, Light Bulb, who says I have enough pet grief IRL right now. No need to see other people's. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a really personal thing, and it's something we all struggle with. And, obviously there is a time and place to talk about it, and it's important to talk about. But yeah, not just when you're vibing online.
Yeah. Good morning to Egg Queen, our digital darling, who has just dropped in. Elle, I always imagine you coming in on a parachute. I don't know why. I always imagine you on like a pink parachute that's shaped like a heart, and you're just like, come on, motherfuckers. Like,
just like the auntie in the Wallflower anime,
Does that person in that anime have like high heel shoes on when they're coming down from the parachute?
She always comes in on a parachute or a helicopter or like whatever else, and she's always dressed to the nines.
Yeah, that's just Elle. You just emanate that energy, I think. N Squared says, my favorite video on the internet is a raccoon named Cheeto Taste tasting different Cheetos till he finds his favorite.
Cheeto Taste is a great name.
That's amazing. Also, Elle says, I saw System of a Down last night.
Whoa.
No way.
That sounds great.
I remember I got wicked into System of a Down in middle school. I used to get on the bus and I would put my knees up on the seat behind me, curl into like a little croissant, and rest my side of my head against the window and just bang it against it repeatedly as the bus was driving.
Didn't we all?
And I would put in my headphones and take out my baby blue iPod Nano, spin my thumb around that circular wheel and select me some System of a Down. And when I found out that they broke up, I was heartbroken.
System of a Down is peak middle school bus energy. Like, that was so on my iPod.
Yeah. And but System split up, and for the longest time I was like, I'll never get to see my favorite band live. And then semi-recently they started doing stuff together again. So I'm fucking stoked you get to see them. Were they good live? I bet they were.
I bet they were.
Joe in the chat says, Elle got Digital Darling and I got Fart Knob. Yeah, Joe is our Fart Knob. That is true. I'm sorry, Joe, but it be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard out there.
Lightbulb says, all I can think of is an egg wearing heels and a crown and parachuting in.
Hell yes, that's it.
And Squared says, on all 6 of my bootleg MP3 players. Hell yeah. And Elle says that System was super good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad that it ripped. Hey, bub. We got a, actually, real quick, Lightbulb is an artist, and Lightbulb is, I think you're doing Art Fight, right? Lightbulb says they might draw an egg wearing heels and a crown
Please,
parachute.
God.
Please, for the love of God, do it. Okay, Lightbulb says, hey, no. So I don't mean to blow up your spot. If you do draw that, though, it will bring me a lot of joy, and I'm sure a lot of critters
But no pressure. It's totally fine if you don't feel it.
Yeah, there's no fucking pressure. There's never any pressure. Hey, I got something cool.
Is this anything?
Wait, hold on, pump the brakes. 60 Watts Lightbulb says, I drew Wizard, Moss, and Bug.
What?
That needs to show up in the Discord.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Hold on.
Give it to us.
Yeah, whoa. What? Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Extremely cool.
Give it.
Okay, hold on. It's in the Discord? Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, put brakes
Everyone,
on. Is
hold
this
on.
anything? Where is it in the Discord?
Yeah, where is it
I'm
at?
looking, show and tell, arts and... I found it. Oh, amazing. Okay, hold on. I got to get this over to this monitor so that I can share it. Look at that.
That is so great.
Oh, Lightbulb, that rules. That's amazing.
What's my book say?
Your book says Magic for Noobs.
Yeah.
Lightbulb has drawn the Bug and Frog mascot characters in all their glory with a new take on the style that I'm obsessed with.
We're replacing our avatars.
Yeah,
with this.
straight up. Can I replace our avatars with these? Is that okay?
They're so good.
These are fucking amazing. Holy shit. What a happy surprise to wake up to this morning. Lightbulb, that rules.
I love this so much. This has to be a shirt. Can we make it a shirt?
Oh my gosh. Lightbulb says, no, they don't animate. Yeah, we can solve that problem.
Yes, don't worry about it.
They don't need to animate. The ones that I made, those little things are just like, they just have like 3 frames of different mouths. And that was it. And they just are random. But also, I just love these so much.
These are so great.
Fucking incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That is absolutely lifting my spirits to the moon today. That's so great. All right, Bug. Hey, we got an email.
Okay.
Bug and Moss aren't sure if this is really anything, so hey, is this anything?
We got an email, Wii U gamer alert. This email has the subject line, a call to arms. And it comes to us from our game reporter, George Diaz. George says, hello, Bug and Moss. I come in this hour of need to sound the alarm. I am putting out a call to any and all fellow queers to express their right to bear virtual arms. And by that, I mean the boys are back. Black Ops 1 and 2 are now on PlayStation, and oh my god, I'm begging y'all to take over these games with Pride Flags emblems.
Hell yeah.
MLG will no longer stand for Major League Gaming, but Major Lesbian and Gay. Plus is implied. Okay, this is trans and MB inclusive. Hashtag make Call of Duty queer. I'll see you in either 1986 or 2025.
Make Call of Duty queer is incredible.
Yeah, that is great. Okay, so George, I didn't read this before we started, but this is fun. Call of Duty has too long been taken by the straights.
Yeah.
The military sims are overrun by the sweatiest, repressiest crowd, and we should take it back.
Yeah, but I think trans women have been doing this forever. Trans women have been out here, like, iconically taking over these spaces, and I love it.
We need to make hashtag make Call of Duty queer. Egg Queen says, LOL, as a queer, I don't need Call of Duty, but I hope this is exciting for some other queers. It's middle for me. I grew up playing like Battlefield 2 and stuff. I don't get the draw as much to the mil sim type games. It's not my cup of tea, but I can get excited about a cause.
I think I'd get more into it if it was more gay.
Yeah.
So I think that will help.
It's just there's just like an inherent sort of thing about the like sweaty military guy simulator that it's got a certain flavor. It's not particularly my flavor, but I do like playing a game where I run around and shoot guns and all that sort of stuff. Egg Queen in the chat has said now a Sly Cooper series update. That would fuck.
Yeah.
That would also fuck. But if anyone wants to join George in George's efforts to make Call of Duty more gay, please do so. George is putting out this call to arms. I haven't played a Call of Duty game since I think I was like 13. Have you ever played Call of Duty, Bug?
No.
Oh.
People call it COD, right? Derogatory.
Yeah, COD derogatory. COD. Yeah. I played one like on the PlayStation 2 back in the day.
I think that this is what George has proposed is exactly the kind of thing that I can get into. It's like our friend Jen playing Magic the Gathering and being the loudest, like coolest, most pink-haired bitch in the room and just like cucking like boys who are like, that's not actually, and she's like, I'm playing it. Like, I think that's great. I think that's a really good energy to bring into the space, and I think these spaces need more of that because everybody's allowed and you can share.
Well, and also the toxicification of online gaming really is just like sad and was driven by, just the loudest people.
Yeah, don't let them win. We're louder.
Yeah. We can be louder. We can be stronger. We can be more duty. We can call even harder.
Yeah. Gayer, hotter, better at game.
Call hard.
Call hard.
Duty every day. What do you got, Bug? Let's talk about something.
Okay, you want advice or a film?
Let's go ahead and jump right into the film buffering because
all right.
We've started doing those near the top of the show, and I like that.
Let's do it.
Oh, movies? The thing everyone likes? Moss apparently hates them. It's film buffering.
Moss, my husband, my love, my cutie pie, he doesn't see movies. Who has the time? Who has the time to watch a movie? But he likes to guess about them, and we love it when he does.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give Moss 6 clues, and he has 6 points to figure out what heckin' movie I'm talking about.
Okay. Did you just use heckin'?
Yeah.
Bug, that was the chookiest thing you've ever said.
No, it wasn't. I also say cool beans.
Yeah, but heckin' is right next to amazeballs. You know what I mean?
No, it isn't. Okay, I hear you, but amazeballs is much more aggressive than heckin'.
Okay.
I think. Drop your comments in the chat.
It depends on what heckin' is next to. Like a heckin' chonker, that's different because that's like an animal. But
I think heckin' chonker's way choogier than just heckin'.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a film for me to guess, Choog Babe?
Yeah. Excuse me?
I'm just laughing at chat.
Play along at home, and if you're in chat, feel free to play along, but no spoilers.
If you feel really confident in your guess, don't say it out loud. Just say, I got it.
Yeah. I mean, say it out loud. That's fine. Just don't put it in the chat.
Don't type it in the chat. You know, but that's out loud.
All right. Clue number 1. A man is forced to travel to a nearby town for work, getting a room because the job he's been sent to do begins early in the morning. He hates the town and feels as though the place, its people, and his job are all beneath him. He dreams of moving on to a better position. The next morning, he wakes at the local inn, does the bare minimum at his job, and then prepares to head home. However, inclement weather strands him, and he's forced to spend another night there.
This is tickling a lot of different parts of my brain.
Yeah.
I think that there's something wrong with me, but every time I have said this out loud, I've been right. I'm getting animated vibes again. I'm seeing flashes of outlines and animation. I'm seeing color. I'm seeing frames.
So is Coyote because they have again guessed Fantasia.
Coyote is going to be right one of these days. Literal genius Coyote Astronaut's playing the numbers game out here. Emily says, I think I got it. N Squared says, yell my answer out loud. Got it. I don't know, Bug. I don't think I'm going to get it with 6, but I feel comfy that I might get it with 5.
Okay.
Next clue, 5 points on the board.
Clue number 2. The man wakes up the next morning at the local inn. He gives the same low-effort performance at work, and the day is just as annoying and mundane as the one before it. Again, he tries to leave, only to have inclement weather prevent him once more.
This isn't the Truman Show, is it?
No.
Oh. No, because that's like a boat storm that stops him. That's like not just inclement
It's a good
weather.
guess.
But like they keep trying to stop him from getting out. Okay, it looks like Emily and Coyote both have got it. Lightbulb says, yeah, I don't think I've seen this. I think I know the genre, though. And Squared says, I feel like I might get it on the next one. Emily, then you are locked in.
No, N Squared has it.
N Squared has it?
That's L says I might get it on the next one.
Oh, that's L who says that. They're the same color on the screen over here. My bad, y'all. Emily, you're locked in at 6 points. Coyote, you're on 5 points. I, Bug, am on 4 points because I have what feels like the edges of ideas, but absolutely no certainty.
Well, would you like another clue?
I'd love another clue. Yum, yum, delicious.
The man wakes up the next morning and finds that once again he has a job to do. And no matter how he does it, he won't be able to leave this town. He begins to see doctors and specialists, imploring those around him to help him find answers. But nothing seems to be wrong with him.
Doctors?
He's just trapped. He starts acting out, seducing local women, drunk driving, trying anything he can to break out of the mundanity?
Mundanity.
Mundanity? That's a word.
So, yeah. I wouldn't have second guessed it, but then you said it. Now it sounds super wrong to me.
I wrote it and I'm like, is that okay?
It's mundanity. It absolutely
mundanity.
It has to be mundanity.
He attempts to seduce his...
I'm sorry. I was the mayor of New York.
Yeah.
Zoran Mundanity.
That's such a cool sounding name. He attempts to seduce his sweet-natured producer, but she rebuffs his advances, seeing him for the man-child that he is.
Seeing for the man-child that he is? Why would he go to a doctor if the weather gets bad when he tries to leave town? Is he an idiot?
Maybe.
Is he like a skunk? Is this, they're not people. They're not humans. This is animated. This feels animated. Fuck, I have no idea. Egg Queen says, I got it. Goddamn. Lightbulb says, yeah, I haven't seen this. I would recognize this one. Leonard says, I believe I have it, though I don't think I've ever actually seen it myself. It's not Fern Gully. Someone comes to a job in Fern Gully and they cut the whole place down and they do that job. It's not like a murder mystery type beat, is it? You can't answer me. I don't know, Bug. I think I'm down to 3 points. Rerun has got it, so go ahead and lock yourself in at 4 points. Leonard, you're also at 4 points if you just got it.
All right.
Lightbulb, it's you and me going down with the ship.
Clue number 4.
Okay.
The man becomes depressed and cannot cope with his confinement any longer. He attempts to take his own life. But the next morning, without fail, he wakes up at the local inn. He tries to explain what's happening again to his producer. And this time, she believes him. They spend the day together, and she encourages him to see his situation as a gift instead of a curse. Why not try to make the best of it?
Is there a holiday named after this movie? Or vice versa? Is this Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I got it. It's Groundhog
The holiday
Day.
is not named after this movie, but that does show the star power of it.
Yes! Movies.
He got it.
Films, culture, cinema.
I was so not sure, like, how this would go. Because I had an idea to do this, and I was like, what if I just repeat the same clues?
Oh, okay.
But I ended up doing it this way.
Alex said Groundhog Day put animated films on the map.
Hell yeah, it did.
Rerun, Alistair says Moss is doing so well this week.
Thank you. He's killing it.
I've gotten 2.
And he's never seen this before.
I have not seen Groundhog Day.
We should watch it. You would like it, I think.
Joe got it on the 2nd, so that's 5 points for you, Joe. Mm-hmm. Wow. I wish that I had been paying attention and keeping score since we started doing the show live because I'd like to tally up how many points I have, like, historically.
Probably 6.
Yeah. I should make Daddy watch the chat and, like, respond to voice commands and just start keeping scores and records for us. Hey, also, did you know, quick segue, I guess, out of film buffering, Twitch apparently added a new feature where if I say, Twitch, clip that, it'll make a clip.
Apparently.
Like automatically. It's like built into Twitch. Twitch, clip that. And I wonder what, Twitch, clip that. I wonder what happens if you Twitch, clip that, if you say it a bunch of times.
Is this audio hell?
Sorry.
Tell us. Let us know.
Well, we'll see after the Twitch, clip that. We'll see after the show if it has busted it up.
Yeah.
Coyote Astronaut says, I knew on the first one, but I love my silly guesses. Also, 2 Bill Murray films in a row. You got a Bill Murray thing going on in the back of your mind?
I don't remember what we did last.
The one we did last was, oh gosh, I don't remember either. It's hard in the moment when you're talking to remember anything that's ever happened outside of the immediate moment. Leonard says we should do Caddyshack tomorrow. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leonard says
it's Osmosis Jones. Yeah,
Osmosis
that's right.
Jones, that's right. Leonard says it's a Bill Murray marathon, and 60 Watts Lightbulb says a Murray-thon.
Yeah, a Murray-thon.
A Bill Murray-thon.
I mean, I will.
I don't know what Caddyshack's a golf movie, right?
Yeah, you never seen it?
No.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
I've seen Happy Gilmore, which
yeah,
is
I
also
love
a
Happy
golf
Gilmore.
movie. You would love Happy Gilmore because you really like Adam Sandler.
I do. I will say, though, I don't like every movie he's made. I'm normal.
Well, no, he's like he's like store brand Neapolitan ice cream.
He absolutely is. When it hits, it hits.
Yeah, when you're like, oh yeah, I want some of that shitty strawberry with a little bit of chocolate scraped into it. Like, sure. And, like, not everyone likes every flavor. Some people are crazy and they like to scoop across the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, that's how it's done. What do you mean crazy?
Oh, gross. No, you eat those one at a time.
That's psychotic.
Also,
buy your own carton of one flavor.
Well, why would I do that when I can buy a third of a carton of 3 different flavors?
Because the whole point is mixing them. Listen, guys, here's...
What?
Shut up. I need stores to carry Spumoni ice cream. Spumoni is superior to Neapolitan. Spumoni is so good. It's good.
It's not good.
Chocolate, cherry, and pistachio.
Chocolate, cherry, and pistachio.
It's so good.
Keep them fucking separate, dude. Absolutely. Alex says, fight, fight, fight.
And we will.
We absolutely will.
It is so delicious.
I learned about Spumoni from Podcube. Because we did that episode about the ice cream vendors, and after that I was like, Jordan, where the fuck did you come up with Spumoni? And he was like, what do you mean?
It's a real flavor. It's good.
Yeah, I thought Jordan invented Spumoni. So to me, he might as well have. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look up, listen to Podcube. First of all, it's very funny.
Yeah, listen to all of it. What are you doing?
We work super hard on it. But there's one, I think it's called Ice Cream Vendors, I think is the title. And it's 2 ice cream vendors bullying a guy at the Scottsdale, Arizona Zoo. And one of the guys sells Spumoni. And it's one of my favorite Podcube episodes.
Good.
It's so stupid. But definitely go check that out. Cherry chocolate and pistache.
So good.
Anyway, 60 Watts Lipo says, I'm not a strawberry ice cream person, though. Those 3 I'd mix. Rerun says, it sounds heinous, but so is Neapolitan. Thank you, Alistair. I'm right there with you.
I respect that. Again, I think probably Alistair, like a normal person, wouldn't buy Neapolitan ice cream. Buy the flavor you would like.
Well, yeah, but it depends if you're trying to save money, Bug. It's like a money saving
I don't
thing.
think it's a money saving thing.
Rerun does say exactly. So, yeah, he agrees with you. Chocolate, pistachio, and cherry, delicious, says 60 Watts Lightbulb. Alex says, I'm more of a fan of Spumoni's Coven. Bologna ice cream. And Emily says, I would do the cherry and pistachio, but I don't like chocolate ice cream.
I will say, Emily, I think that's completely fair. However, I cannot stress this enough. I love chocolate, but I normally don't do chocolate ice cream because it's not chocolatey enough. That is a benefit in the Spumoni. The flavors are meant to go together, and they go together so well.
Yeah, I guess cherry chocolate and pistachio is kind of like a s'more of ice cream, right? In terms of what those... Well, if you think about the construction of a s'more flavor-wise, you have like dry, crumbly, grainy as texture for the cracker, and then that also has like warming cinnamon tones for a flavor. You've got the chocolate, which has sort of a smooth, creamy consistency. Although I don't like the chocolate super melted when I do s'mores. I like to have it a little hard so you get a little crunch because that texture is important. But then chocolate has that round, I'm going to say spicy, but not spicy. You know what I mean? Like It just has like hairs on it. On the flavor.
Okay.
And then you've got the marshmallow, which is just hot goo with very little flavor, mostly sweetness. And like those all join together. And I feel like cherry is the chocolate, pistachio is the graham cracker, and chocolate is the chocolate. Yeah.
I think there is something to what you're saying in which I would say that there is a roundness to Spumoni like there is a roundness to a s'more where you have these 3 things where you're like, I don't know about them together, or maybe I don't like them separately. Like, I'm not a huge marshmallow girly, but I love one burnt to shit on a s'more.
You're a marshmallow burner. We've never made s'mores together.
Yeah, I'm a fireball marshmallower.
I think the last time I had s'mores, I tried to make them over an electric stove.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's better honestly in the oven or microwave. If
yeah,
you're
I had to.
It.
I think it's also the time when I learned that you can just yank the burners out because I had no choice.
Yeah,
I had to clean.
It had to be
clean
done.
it. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Elle says, fellow burnt ass marshmallow girly here.
Fucking good.
Oh, I'm having a GERD attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will, when we all have summer camp, I'll make marshmallows for all of us because homemade.
Oh, yeah.
They're so good.
No, we have had s'mores together because you made homemade marshmallows once. And I think we had graham crackers and chocolate.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. So good. So good.
So good.
Neapolitan ice cream? No good.
Yeah, not really a fan.
I also don't understand mixing. I'm also the kind of person, I eat my foods, like, I keep my foods separate. I don't like when my foods touch or bleed together.
Okay, but this is interesting. Because you're a burrito girly.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting because I prefer a bowl so that I can kind of eat things like a little bit apart.
No.
But you will have it all wrapped together in a burrito.
I'll tell you exactly why, too, because that is the point of consumption, right? Like, green beans, macaroni and cheese, and chicken nuggets. Let's just like have a kid's meal here. None of those things are meant to be put together into the same thing and eaten. If they were, however, if you rolled those all up into a burrito, the green beans would be particularly egregious. But that is what Joe just said in chat as one food. It's not mixed foods.
Okay.
It's different when you have them and they were like intended to be separate and then they touch and their flavors merge or like you get something on some of them.
But you know that like Neapolitan ice cream is intended to be together. That is the point of it.
But it is so divided that if it was intended to be together, I'd expect it to be swirled. Or part of my lizard brain would expect it to be swirled. And so I see it in its clean little rows. Okay. And I accept that the edges, which I do try to avoid, every time I've had Neapolitan ice cream, it ends up looking like three separate, it looks like a 3-base sink when I'm done with it. Because I try not to eat that shit where they touch.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm like that. I'm one of those weirdos.
I think whatever is true for you is totally fine.
Do you care if your foods mix?
It depends.
If we got like runny peas that like, vegetables like to exude liquid.
Yeah, I mean, the real answer is that it depends. We have divided plates that I bought because I do not like my foods to touch unnecessarily. However, as someone who cooks a lot of the food, there is a lot of occasion in which that is part of it.
I'm going to get the cat off the other cat.
Oh, God.
I thought we got those plates because they're cute.
Well, we got them because they're cute, but we also got them because it's like a less kind of prison-y lunch tray. Although I'd like plastic lunch trays, I think. Moss is gone. He's left. He's reprimanding the cats. Leonard says, I do tend to eat one thing at a time, but I don't care if my food mixes. I have this thing where eating is such an experience where like it is so wrapped in enjoyment for me, which is why I really struggle to eat when I'm on my medicine, because it suppresses my appetite and it sucks and it makes everything hell and it makes me want to die and it makes me realize that food is actually a nightmare and eating is a nightmare and everything is terrible. But when I'm hungry, which is the rest of the time, I love eating and I eat in a way like Mason does this. You do the same thing as Leonard where you eat one whole thing and then you move on to the next thing. Fuck no. The entire plate is a journey and I like to eat around the plate and then craft it so that like my last bite is my best bite.
I do that when we eat out because I eat more intentionally, I think. Because like if we go somewhere and I order something, I try and do that because like then I'm like, ooh, I get to re-experience this. Yeah. But I like to like clean my mouth between foods so that they're like separate experiences in my mouth. Does that make sense?
I get that. I think it depends on the food for me.
Yeah. The run back here made me lose all the oxygen in my brain that was holding all of my memory. I feel like it just rebooted. What were we?
Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Food that mixes, food that doesn't mix.
Okay. Is that what you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. Do you want to move on?
I'm done with it. Yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like to bring?
I feel like somebody said something I wanted to respond to, and I'm trying to find it.
It's gone now.
60 Watts Light Bulb says, I don't like the mixing if I can help it unless it's something I want to mix. I do that, but with each thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, Bug, but you know what? I know what you got.
What do I got?
Some advice.
Oh.
That we'll get to after our community partners.
Hell yeah.
I just looked at the clock. It is the bottom of the hour, 7:29 on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. Our show that is made possible solely by our friends and neighbors and countrymen.
Looking at that frog and bug again. Yeah, that drawing is so freaking good.
I pulled up the Discord because it's where I keep the sponsor info, and I got distracted by this amazing art again. Our show is made possible by our supporters on Patreon. Patreon.com/Bug and Moss. You can join the Critters crew for $2.99. You can become a community partner for $24.99 if you want to get ad reads on the show. And at higher tiers, you can do other stuff, including having us work with you on building brand kits, assets, setting up things for you if you're a live streamer, YouTuber, or whatever. We have a lot of experience in production. And so we'd love to offer a hand. So check out patreon.com/Bug and Moss. Or if you just want to throw $3 a month our way, that helps us pay our bills. Currently, y'all are covering our electric bill, which is a big deal.
Yeah, it's not cheap, guys.
Yeah, it's super cool. And our show is made possible by our community partners, including our digital darling Egg Queen, whose husband is A, the coolest man I've ever met on earth. Just like this guy exudes cool. And B, incredible musician. He's part of a band called Shade Cycle, Shade_Cycle. You can find them on Tidal. You can find them on all streaming services. But if you can listen on Tidal, that's the best option. They just released a new single not too long ago. I think it was like a month ago, called Soft Power. It's available on all platforms. It rips.
Yeah.
It's heavy. It's heavy, but in a way that I think has really broad-reaching appeal just because there's so much to it. So if you want to fucking rock out to something, go check out Shade_Cycle. Check it out. They only have a couple of songs, and it breaks my heart that there aren't millions of songs.
Yeah.
So that I can just keep it spinning. So go check it out and look at the show notes for this episode if you want to link to it. And our show is also made possible by our friend French Alexander, who is streaming on Twitch. He's an artist and musician whose whimsy knows no bounds, streaming music and art making on Twitch at twitch.tv/French Alexander every Thursday at 7 p.m. You can find out more at FrenchAlexander.com. And I bring up Alex, too, because today is Thursday. So Alex is going to be streaming tonight.
That's true.
After Portal.
We're streaming today.
Yeah,
today is Thursday.
Today is America's Next Top Portal, so we're doing our watch party at 3 p.m. in the Discord if you want to get in on the action. We watch a couple episodes of America's Next Top Portal, and then we jump on and we stream Portal.
Yeah.
We're playing Portal 2. We've gotten a little ways into it, and we're having a great time, but it's a good time to jump in now. We're on Season 2 of America's Next Top Model, and boy, is it a bonkers retrospective on what TV was like in the early 2000s.
It sure is.
And honestly, the watch party is my favorite part of America's Next Top Portal because we are all just like talking shit and like, oh my God, can you believe they said that in the chat? It's so much fun. So join the Discord, bugandmoss.com/Discord, or dial up the Discord number 6477 on the magic telephone at bugandmoss.com.
All pretty cool.
Also, update on Shade Cycle, Wee Oo. Our digital darling Egg Queen says that Thomas and them are working on an album, so soon we'll have 4 more songs.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I really can't wait. Tom is the coolest. The absolute coolest. Bug, every morning now you have ripped the microphone clean off the stand.
This isn't fair because when Moss broke his microphone, we fixed it.
I'll get the pliers and we'll tighten that. I can't grab it. I think it fell down between. I think it's inside of your chair.
I'll just hold this, I guess.
That's rough, Bug. Hey, Bug.
It's fine.
You got some advice for us?
Yeah.
Anybody care for some healthy advice from Bug?
Welcome to my essay. In this essay, here's my thesis. Making art in hell and the longevity of an artist. Or why I think doing art as a practice is more valuable and helpful to your creativity than creating art only when great inspiration strikes. Moss is fixing my microphone.
I like that. Yeah, don't mind me. You can't see me. I'm just a stagehand.
So I have always wanted to be a writer, and I've always written. But when you look at my body of work, my public body of work, you would see almost no writing. And in fact, you'd see no writing credits, probably. You wouldn't know like that I've done editing or copy editing on any of the things I've done. And I haven't put anything out that's just mine. It's something that I'm striving to change, but it's been a long process and it's not always rewarding, at least not right away. I'm coming from a place where this issue does not feel fixed for me. I still struggle with writing and with practicing writing, and I've had to learn to be okay with writing even when I don't feel good at it. I started learning audio production and sound design a couple of years ago, and not to toot my own horn, I've gotten really good at it really fast. Part of that is pure spite. We had an editor who didn't know anything about sound and lied to us constantly to make herself look more competent, so that obviously drove me early on.
You let me know when I can tell some of those stories.
Yeah, but seriously, I've fallen in love with sound design and audio production. Other than Mason being my husband and me wifing him up and him knowing everything about sound, I think the biggest asset to me, as I have been learning, is that I have had to keep putting out episodes of 13. Even if I don't feel like they're perfect, even if I'm not ready. Sound design has been able to toe that line between passion and work in a way that has been really, really healthy for me. And that's allowed me to put my work out there and practice my craft without feeling like I'm putting my whole soul on the line each time. Like, this has been like a very therapeutic process for me. And so I guess the real advice here is that you should create, especially when you don't feel like it. And one actionable thing I can say is learn something new, something outside of whatever you're feeling blocked about, and just learn it. Be bad at it. And as you do that, try to be bad at the thing you know you're really good at too.
That's the hard part.
I know I'm a good writer, but no one else will ever know if I don't put my writing out there. And more importantly, I won't be able to become a better writer if I don't start somewhere. And if I look back and think, wow, I'm so much better at this than I was when I started, I'll know I've done it right.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like the being bad at something you're typically good at is sort of the hardest part of that.
Yeah.
Because like if you develop an artistic skill in one field or one area, it is really, really hard to start over or to feel like you're starting over or to put out stuff that doesn't feel like it's up to par. So like I can only speak from my personal experience, but like I feel highly confident that I can make anything happen in audio except for music. I'm not super good at producing vocals in music, which is wild.
You figure it out, though.
Drives me crazy. But I feel highly confident I can do anything else in audio. If you game audio, sound effects, Foley, cinematic audio, fully like diegetic sounding audio. You need sound effects for anything. You need anything to sound like anything. I can make it happen. However, I don't have as much experience in video making. And what is crazy is like, I've spent a lot of time learning it. I know a lot of principles of video making. I know my way around video editing software very well, but I haven't been putting out videos. And so it's hard to sit down and make something that is a video and have it not be as good as what I can make in the audio world.
Yeah.
And to sit there and be like, I see all these glaring flaws. Like, oh, I should have shot this different. Oh, I look stupid on the camera when I do this. Oh, I didn't account for this thing. And it's really fucking hard to look at it and be like, this isn't as good as I know it could be and still think it's worth putting out if you've been working on something like at a higher level. And like, yeah. It's difficult, and it's hard also just to make stuff and put it out there because the stakes feel so much higher than they are. But the reality is like no one gives a shit if you put out something that's not as good as it could be. They don't know.
Yeah.
There's a quote from the Venus Theory video that we linked to, like I think last week, that keeps ringing around in my brain.
If this resonates with you, you need to watch that video.
Yeah, it's really good. But it was his video about getting fired, and he said, and he was laying out rules for like being creative and sustainably creative and industriously creative and prolifically creative. And one of the things he said was, your audience will only ever demand more of the last thing you gave them, and they only want that. They only know they want that because you gave it to them in the first place. So they don't know what they want next. You can't listen to your audience or listen to any sort of external feedback about what you should be doing next because people only know the last thing you gave them. And a flip side to that to tie it into what I'm thinking about is that people also, if you put out something that isn't your best work, people don't know that. Like, you can do better next time. The stakes are so low. It's okay to put stuff out that's not your best work. And I'm really trying to work towards that. Honestly, this VR series I've been doing in Fallout is kind of an experiment in that because I want to be putting out more produced videos that take more effort. And I'm trying to push myself to put out these videos that have glaring problems that I want to, see fixed and just grow with it.
We, for a while, had a sign up. I think it's covered up right now, but what is it, like 75% or something?
73%.
73%. The idea is that you should be giving 73% of like your overall ability to give. Because you cannot constantly give 100%, or maybe if you have ADHD more than that, and not burn out all the time. Mm-hmm. You have to... It is not low effort to put something out that is less effort.
No. Well, and the thing is that the 73% thing is that you should be okay with putting out something that is about 73% done.
Yeah.
Like if you're someone who struggles with perfectionism or the like pressures of feeling like you have to reach certain goals, get the thing to 70%. And then I put the 3% on because I wanted to be a little extra and give myself permission to be a little extra. Because I think sometimes the perfectionism urges can be good to push you into like pushing yourself.
Yeah.
But you can't let it try and push you that last 30%.
No.
You can push it 3%. Try something new this time. Learn a new thing this time. Put a little extra zazzle on some part of it. But like, just get it to 70 and ship it. Especially if you're an artist. This is not advice to big companies. Just fucking
Fuck them.
GTA 6, you should get to 100% and ship it with a disc and a map and all the stuff. But if you're just an artist and you're trying to get stuff out there, get it to 70%, put it out there.
Because I think something that a lot of people don't understand the like merit of is that you owe it to yourself to move on. Mm-hmm. You have other things you want to do.
There's a paradigm that I'm trying to embody as well that I find extremely useful, and I want to pitch it out here in case anyone else does, because it's not advice that I see commonly, and when I've tried to like look it up to have a handy blog post to send to someone, I don't see it written about really. But I encountered this from a video from a guy on YouTube who is talking about how he makes Blender tutorials. So this is like 2 layers deep of meta. I wasn't watching a Blender tutorial. I was watching a behind the scenes of a Blender tutorial from a creator I liked. And they said that the way they approach making things is to split their brain into 2 halves. One half is the artist and the other half is the reporter. And you only ever put on one of those brains on a given day. If you're more disciplined, perhaps you can put them on at different times of the same day. But the idea is as follows. When you are in artist brain, when you are the artist, your job is to create freely, to follow your impulses, to do whatever it is in the moment that seems easiest and most engaging to you. Just create and make a mess and leave evidence of everything you've done. Just make something, fucking smash up the room, get paint on the floor, and just have a bunch of bullshit. Then a different day, you put on your reporter hat. And as the reporter, your job, your beat, your assignment is to report on what the artist did. And that's when you start thinking about, how do I publish something? How do I package this into a story? Okay, I painted 1,000 pictures of ducks shitting sculptures. How do I turn that into something else? Then you're in reporter brain and you don't have artist mode on. You can't make changes to the art at that point. You simply have to talk about what the artist did. The weird part is that they're both you, so you do have to marry that a little bit. And there will naturally be some moments at which things blend over one or the other, but you should do as best as you can to separate artist and reporter brain and take those as separate roles. And a corollary to that is to silence your critic when you're in artist mode, but like keep your editor. That's another Venus theory thing. Where when you're working on something, it's really easy to be extremely critical and be like, this sucks, who's going to give a shit about it? And you need to push that voice away and just do it freely. But that advice always bothered me because, well, I'm not just going to make dog shit. Like, I still want to have editorial control. I want to think about what I'm doing. And it's okay to have an editor, but your editor's on your side when you're the artist. So if your brain is like, I like what we're doing, but what if we shifted a different direction? That's cool. That's great. But if your brain is like, this sucks, like this is bullshit, you should give up, no one's going to watch this, how are you going to tell anyone about this? What is the post even going to look like? That can fuck right off until it's reporter day. Yeah,
your editor is rooting for you, and if they aren't, you would fire them. We talk about this all the time. There's this like really classic adage, right, of like when you're being really self-negative, someone that you love or your therapist or so, maybe you love your therapist, don't, but they will say, try saying that to someone you care about. Try saying what you just said about yourself, but say it about your best friend. And it can get really cliche, but the thing is, it works. It's really true. And I think that it's really useful to think about that when you are a creative person who's trying to work in your field. Would you fire yourself? Because a lot of times, I think Mason would fucking fire himself.
Yeah, dog.
I would call OSHA about the guy in his head. That guy is fucked up. That is not someone you should be working with. That is not an appropriate voice to have in the room when you are working.
There's a reason my output dropped precipitously. I burned out extremely hard doing digital folklore and getting a lot of negative feedback about basically all the parts I contributed. Well, comments and reviews that were like, none of these people can act. None of this is funny. Wow, I wish they would just cut out all of the narrative parts. And so like working through that and like pulling all-nighters to get that done, well, in the back of my head, just hearing all these people being like, I don't even like it. I wish the parts he's doing didn't exist.
Yeah.
But then knowing that there's a handful of people who are really into that, it was really rough. And then we came around to season 3 and we were going to start doing video and do it a little different. And I just completely fucking collapsed. And I have been sort of unable to recover. I've been trying to pull myself out of that hole since then. And a big part of it is that it's just really hard to make stuff and not feel like shit about it all the time. And certainly the internet has perverse incentives for that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be on and posting all the time and you're supposed to just like roll with it and ignore the haters. But it's hard to when you're like someone who approaches the world with your whole pussy.
Yeah.
I put my standing fucking fully in this. I'm approaching everything with my whole heart. And like, it's really hard to get shitty feedback and it's hard to ignore.
And I think that's why it's really important to remember that, like, when you hear advice and you're like, that's really a good advice, like, not for me, or like whatever, and you're like, but it's fine because, like, I need it. I need someone to be mean to me or I won't do anything. It is going to be so important that you untangle that, because you know deep down that nothing anybody else ever says about your work will be able to erase that shittiness you feel inside.
Yeah. And there's a piece of advice that I also think about and try and remember in regards to that. And of course, it just fell out of my brain. What was the last thing you just said?
The shitty voice inside you will always be there. Nobody else. Yeah.
This is a little tidbit of advice that has helped me immensely that I have been able to put into practice that I want to throw on the end before we check in with chat. Because a lot happened in chat that I want to talk to continue this conversation. But first, here's a little nugget of advice that I think is genuinely super valuable. You know when you make something and you're like, hey, to a friend, you're like, hey, will you look at this? Tell me what you think. You want to like show that first round of people the thing and like get feedback. You're still in the making it phase, but you're like, let me just test the waters and see what people think. When you show your work to someone to get their opinion on it, don't pay as much attention to what they say, how they feel, or how they react. Pay attention to how you feel as you're watching it or listening to it or looking at it with them. Pay attention to what you are thinking and feeling in that moment, because it is shockingly revelatory. There are countless times that I'll be like, hey, Bug, can I get your eyes on this thing? And then we're watching it. And as you're watching it and I'm watching it with you, that's when I'm suddenly like, oh, this bit is dragging a little bit. Oh, this feels a little contrived. And you might not even clock that because you're not in the same headspace I am. You don't know everything that exists on the other sides of the clips that have been cut. But you do as the creator. It's still infinite in your brain. And when you put something out, you shave off everything else so that it can slide out the tube, right? Yeah. So like when something is still in your brain, it is still infinite. And when you have someone else looking at something in progress, pay attention to what you are feeling. Because that will be the most revelatory thing, and that will tell you the direction to go. And that also keeps you true to whatever your initial artistic like idea and vision was. And also, the person may well have very good feedback that you should take into account. This doesn't mean like fuck them, ignore them, but it's similar to rubber ducking, which is a code practice where people who are programmers would keep a rubber duck on their desk, and if they get stuck on some fucking programming problem, you look at the duck and you explain the problem to them, and halfway through you'd be like, and I just need to add a conditional check to make that not work. Thanks, duck. Blah, blah, blah. That works really well for art, too.
I love that, and I think it's so useful. And we employ that all the time because, believe it or not, it took us a really long time to realize we basically do the same job. We sit next to each other, we share a desk, and we basically do the same job all day. And I know you can't hide from us. We know what it feels like when you're deep in it. And a lot of this advice is like, you can't only create when you're manic. You like really can't. You have to create like all the time and have a healthy relationship with your creativity. But I will get so in a fucking hole doing like graphic design or something. And we have practiced and it has taken so much effort and we are still not perfect at it. Just going, what do you think about this? Like, and we'll do it angry sometimes too. I'll be like, how's this fucking look to you? Like, because it's so crazy. You get so wrapped up in your own head. And then Mason will just look at it and he'll go, oh, you need to do X, Y, and Z. Because he hasn't been in the shit. He hasn't been spiraling and making all of these infinitesimal changes to this one fucking JPEG.
You're editing the recent episode of 13, which has become one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love it so much.
The story is so much fun. And you had it coming out of those speakers, the studio monitors.
I did that on purpose for accountability.
They sit on my side of the desk because I was doing some graphic work, and you were doing the same section over and over. And eventually, I tapped you on the shoulder. I was like, "Hey, Bug, I think you should put a marker down and move on." It came out really good. Check out that episode. But hey, Bug, something you said also reminded me of something Leonard said in chat earlier. So I want to go ahead and do this.
Let's head over to chat and see what we've missed.
So, at the beginning of the Bug Advice segment, I scrolled up in chat. Leonard said, this is extremely important. 60 Watts Lightbulb said, I've got so many fun stories, but writing is not fun for me. And then Leonard, the thing I was calling back to, Leonard said, never underestimate the influence of momentum over inspiration.
I thought that was great. It was like a one-sentence summary of everything.
That's really, really important. When you do something and you get something out, you will keep going. It really, really helps. And even doing something unrelated, like doing these stupid fucking Fallout streams is helping me make progress on shooting videos for Wicked Interesting.
And also, the older I get, the more respect and honestly jealousy I have for like professional copy editors. Like people who do this like crazy kind of writing all the time in their work and they're so fucking good at it. I think of Carrie Fisher being like the great secret script doctor of Hollywood. Like I really admire those people, not because that's the kind of work I want to do, but because they are so skilled because they have practiced it like they are an athlete.
100%. Joe says, I'll genuinely read anything you write.
Aw, thanks, Joe.
Emily says, I got super productive with writing and start putting stuff out there when I joined a writing group and started
Great
talking
advice.
about writing with people. Being social, doing things with people is a huge, huge motivator. However, also something I have found is that it's important to make sure that you choose carefully when to share stages of work. It's easy to preemptively share something and then discourage yourself from putting more time into it, even if it was a good idea.
I don't know if this helps anybody, but if you're feeling nervous about it, only share it with the same kind of friends you'd send a nude to. Like those are your homies.
I don't know if the casual nude sharing vibe is as universal as.
Well, you either know what it means or you don't. Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Emily said, also, I started doing Writing Battle, which is a really fun writing contest. I haven't heard of that.
That sounds cool.
I'd like to definitely know about that. Joe said Kai posts videos. Kai's Joe's son. Kai posts videos pretty much every day. He's just enjoying it so much, and he's proud of all of them.
He should be.
Even the dumb ones, in his words. I strive to be more like that. I think we should all strive to be more like that.
Yeah.
You'll never the barometer that I use to determine if I have wasted my time or not is, do I rewatch the things that I do? Because and this is a weird thing that people debate. I've encountered this in the music space where people are like, oh, you listen to your own music? Oh, gross. That's so self-centered. Or like, oh, you're like watching your own videos?
Hey, bros, is it gay to listen to your own music? No. What are you talking about?
Or like read your own writing? No, I don't think so. Because if you make something and you put it in the world and you feel drawn to watch it again or read it again or just encounter it again, after you've made it, I think that means you did something really good.
And don't let this fake humble culture that we have make you feel like you shouldn't be proud of yourself. If you struggle to look at stuff you made recently, I really, really, really encourage you to engage with stuff you made as a kid. It will be really good practice for learning how to love the stuff you make. I am so grateful for everything that I have that I wrote as a kid. It is endlessly illuminating. And when I read it, I am so far from being embarrassed about it. And I'm just like, this kid was so fucking cool. This is so good. She has some weird body image stuff, but this is really good.
Yeah. Leonard in chat has summed it up very, very convincingly to me. Leonard says, of course I listen to my own music. I made it because I like it.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. And so like here's a good brainstorming thing if you get stuck also. If you're like, what do I make? What do I want to work on? If you get stuck in the reporter hat and you can't put the artist hat back on, when you get in the shower or like when you're doing chores, do you listen to stuff? Do you put on music? Do you put on podcasts? Do you put on a random YouTube video? Don't.
Yeah.
Instead, put on silence, do your thing, and purposely make yourself think about the stuff you've created that you would rewatch or do rewatch. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, man, that was fun. I should do something like that. And then you'll start getting ideas.
Hey, yeah, bonus advice from Bug and Moss. And this is going to suck. This is really hard. And this took me a really long time, but it took me a really long time to believe it was useful. But once I started implementing it, it happened so fast and like literally freed me from so much weird mental shit I didn't even know that was happening to me. You have to be bored.
Yep. Yeah.
You literally have to be bored.
And
Can
it's
you
hard.
go to a doctor's appointment without your phone? Leave your phone at home.
It's so hard.
It's small things. I do a thing where like recently I ran out of data and I was like, let's not buy more. And I just like made a choice to download something or I didn't, or I like navigated to something before I left, but like I know how to get home. I know the directions to my house. And what it also did was it stopped me from feeling that ADHD infinite possibilities thing where like, well, I could do X, Y, Z, or I could run these errands. And it's like, I don't know how to get to those places. I'm just going to go home. And you will be amazed at how much like using your brain differently. It's like when you take a trip and you feel so creative because you're just in a different place and you're not bogged down with the same worries you're always bogged down with. Do that in little ways all the time. I think about that like reel all the time where that person is like, are you struggling to write? Try doing it in the shower. where she's like, just try going to different places. It's like a joke, but it's amazing.
But I think the important thing too is, because Lightbulb said, now you sound like my dad.
Yeah.
I think the important thing too is it's not phone bad, and it's not phone never. It's just when feeling stuck and like when you want to feel creative, intentionally choosing boredom is a difficult and really mentally resistive path, but a really rewarding one. And you don't have to do it all the fucking time. Like, we all got to turn our brains off sometimes and just fucking scroll bullshit. That's fucking fine. But when you can, just like choosing intentional boredom sometimes is really, really powerful.
And it's whatever works for you. This isn't some boomer like, you guys need to stop using your headphones at the grocery store. That worked for me. And I don't do it every time. But for some of us, using our headphones wherever is a lifeline. I had a few years where I literally couldn't exist in the world if I didn't have my headphones. I was also unmedicated. But you have to figure out what works for you, and you can do it in really small bursts. You can be like, I am going to the gas station. This is a 5-minute trip, and I don't have time to meaningfully listen to any of the things I like. I'm going to try not listening to anything. Or like Mason said, it really is as simple as take a shower without anything playing.
Yeah. Although I don't do that all the time.
No, you don't have to do any of this all the time.
Yesterday, I ran to the store and I was like, ooh, what can I listen to? And I grabbed a 2-hour video essay from Matt Bernstein, the techno-fascist urge to never turn down a brand
I can't wait to listen to that one. I love Matt Bernstein.
It's a great episode. Definitely go. Yeah. Matt Bernstein, Taylor Lorenz are a healthy part of a media diet. I think. Both of those people have good takes, and often takes where I'll be like, narrowed eyes at first, and then be like, oh, yeah, eyes wide open after.
I feel so politically like trustful of someone who can talk with their full heart and chest about like all of these very relevant political issues, but also on their Patreon do like at this point 12-hour video essay about Bye Sister.
Yeah.
It's so good, guys.
Yeah, Matt Bernstein is great. In the chat, 60 Watts Lightbulb says, I will say drawing more recently has been nice. Finally invested in some good tools. Yeah, having tools that you like to use is really, really important. Mm-hmm. If you're a musician, having your instruments that you know and love is really important. I had a guitar that sounded better than the guitar I like to use, and I traded it to my parents for their guitar that I grew up playing because I just like that tool. I like using it. And 60 Watt Lightbulb says, oh, Blender, I will learn you someday. To which I will just say, hey, Lightbulb, I'm a huge Blender dork. Everything full pipeline from modeling to texturing, procedural texturing, rigging, animating, compositing, and even I've gotten into geometry nodes. I can't help it. So if you do learn, and this is an open offer to anyone because Blender, number 1 favorite software, period. Reaper, number 2 favorite software, period. So if anyone wants help with either of those softwares, or if you ever get stuck, or if you're like, is there an easy way to do this? I am so happy to help you. Please just ping me in the Discord. I fucking love those.
Since when did Daddy have the ability to curse?
I don't know. Daddy picked up cursing semi-recently.
Probably from us.
Yeah.
Daddy has just rolled into the chat hot with, all right, motherfuckers. And I don't know where he got that.
Wait, did he really?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, look at that. All right, motherfuckers. Remember those sweet, sweet voicemail messages. Don't forget them. Call 848-MOSSBUG with your thoughts and feelings. You know what I mean?
Daddy just got censored. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, the mod just caught Daddy's message. That's fucking hilarious. Anyway, I hope that wasn't too ranty, but I hope that helps. I know that a large portion of the people that tune into this show are creatives and artists and stuff. And so I feel like hopefully that some of this, take what sticks and leave what don't, and don't sweat the rest. But like, I hope that some of those nuggets were helpful.
Really, the biggest thing is that like whatever works for you is great and worth it. And doing anything at all is better than where you started. So even if you're not where you want to be, you should be proud of where you are.
Yeah, 100%. I also just got a notification. Crocodile Tommy is now following. Thanks, Crocodile Tommy.
Hey, Croc Tom.
We're about to wrap up the show here, but before we go, Coyote Astronaut in chat earlier said, Artist Brain and Reporter Brain, enemies to lovers arc. Artist Brain and Reporter Brain, and they were roommates.
I would live and die. As someone who, that question they get where people are like, come on, like, would you fuck yourself? The answer for me is 100%
of
would.
Course.
And I love having a fanfic that's just me and me, enemies to lovers.
That's hilarious. Joe says, I hope this community is helpful to you. I'll tell you, as much as I love you both, I wouldn't listen to any of this shit if I didn't like it. Thank you, Joe.
I love that.
That does mean a lot. And 60 Watts Lightbulb says, I mean, pulling myself together enough to be up at 7 is an effort that I've put in 3 days in a row, so that has to mean
We
something.
appreciate it so much.
Hell yeah. Thank you for being here. That's honestly why we started this show before we ever did it live and before we ever told anyone about it. Was as an excuse to make us get up at 7.
We did it as a secret, and we don't know how people found it.
Yeah, and then we started putting it out.
Then we started telling people.
Yeah, so hopefully we can be a force for good for
Also,
y'all,
Crocodile Tommy is Thomas. Hello, Red.
No way, it's Red. What's up, Crocodile Tommy?
Don't ever change this username. It's iconic.
Amazing. And that's the music. Thank y'all for spending another hour hanging out with us, tuning into the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. It has been a blast. I hope you're energized and ready to start your day. Hey, don't forget, it's America's Next Top Portal. So at 3 p.m., we're starting our watch party in the Discord. At 5 p.m., we're doing Portal 2 and then dropping over to Alex's stream at 7 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to reattach my microphone because I've been holding it this whole time.
Yeah, actually, Bug, it's fully broken. We're going to have
Whatever.
we'll have to address that. All right. Love you.
Love you.
Love you, Bug.
I love you, Moss.
This has been Bug and Moss.
Yahoo!